As many people watching right now may know, I am a huge fan of RPGs. Toontown, Paper Mario, Fire Emblem, Persona, Xenoblade, you name it, I've played it, and I love it. However, there's one RPG that I don't talk about, and it's mostly because nobody knows what it is. So today, I'm going to talk to you guys about Stella Glow. This is not going to be a full in-depth analysis of the game or anything like that, mostly just me talking about things that I love about the game, so I hope you guys enjoy. First and foremost, Stella Glow is a huge story. You may not expect it for a 3DS title, but it has one of the best build-ups, climax, and turning points in any of the games that I have even mentioned before. I was first introduced to the game via a demo. In the demo, you're introduced to the antagonist of the game, Hilda, and you very quickly realize that she is a witch who is actually crystallizing the entire town. Flash forward a little bit, and the story is actually heavily impacted on your decisions. Depending on who you talk to, what missions you complete, what bonds you build, the game is heavily impacted by everything that you do. And everything that you do is on a time spent system. Similar to how Persona 5 has a calendar system where you have a day where you have to get something done before. This game has a time spent system, where you will alternate back and forth between having free time and having battles. During your free time, you can shop, upgrade your units, explore, build your affinity, and similar things like that. And when it's time to battle, you can use your 3DS Play coins to train up your units, or you can progress in the story by doing the necessary missions. And as you progress through the story, you'll meet many different characters, each character having their own classes, weapons, skills, abilities, and things like that. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a very specific class of units that are very important to the game, being the witches. Firstly, there's over a dozen playable units, some of which overlapping with same weapons, however the way that they use their weapons are very different. For example, let's look at Keith and Popo. Both of these units use a bow, however how they use them are very different. Keith is a physical attacker who can also attack multiple enemy units at once. Popo, however, is very mobile. She's able to get around the map very easily and attack units from afar. Another example you'll see this with is Ewan and Mortimer. Ewan is a support unit who is a sharpshooter with a gun, attacking units from very far. Mortimer is also a support unit, however the way that she supports her team is very different, not to mention she could also set up traps for enemies. And the witches themselves have different abilities from any other characters in the game, one of those major things being conducting. Each of the witches have magic that they can use, some of which they can activate as long as the battle meter is filled, and others that need to be conducted by Alto. By conducting a witch, they unleash their true power, whether it be a major attack to all enemies on the screen, or major buffs to all of your units. They are huge and impact the gameplay dramatically. And while we're talking about the battle system is fucking amazing. Unlike other RPGs, where you have your whole team move and then you have the whole enemy team move, this game is based on the character speed. The faster any one character is, the more moves that they will get, and the slower any one character is, the less turns that they'll get. Which means it's hypothetically possible that any one unit can move twice before another unit even moves once. And after you take your turn, you actually have to choose a direction to face, because depending on where you're facing, an enemy could get behind you and deal double damage. Still, every little thing you do in battle matters greatly. And if you want to play around that, there's also something that you can get while you're shopping called gems. These gems you can use to either cover up your weaknesses, or you can solidify your strengths. It could be something as simple as adding a little bit of attack, or adding poison to your attacks. Another thing to bring up is the music. Every single song in this game is a banger. No matter what's happening in the game, the song that's playing will always fit it. Even right now, while I'm recording for this video, I am listening to the music, and I am just remembering everything that happens in the game to every single track. And it's just amazing. I highly recommend, even if you don't go play the game, please go listen to the soundtrack. And the last thing of note, I'm not going to go into spoilers here, but I am going to say that this game has the biggest plot twist in any of the games that I have played. There's things similar in games that I have played, but not quite to the same extent that this game had done it. And that's all I'll say. If you want to go play this game, I highly recommend it. If you don't end up playing this game, however, I plan on streaming it on Twitch very soon. So make sure to go check out the link in the description, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.